It's showtime.
Yo, que lo que, guys. You're back here with your host, K-Noon, Smokey, and the Bean.
Hola, ¿cómo están?
What's
Hola.
popping, Brodies?
So
Yeah,
let's
let's
just
just jump
dive
into the thick of it.
let's dive right back into this, huh? Let's start NBA. It's been a couple weeks, haven't talked NBA, and the season it hasn't started yet, but there's always a lot going on in the NBA at all times.
We're about 2 weeks away.
About 2 weeks away, and let's just get straight into it. Trade destinations. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons has been on the move. They've been a lot of talks about. Well, the last thing that I had heard was he is not going to practice. He is done. He's not going no matter what. He's not.
He said he's finishing his career.
Until he's traded. So
yeah.
Nobody has been as forceful ever in a trade in the NBA, in recent NBA history like this.
Doc Rivers said they still want him to play.
Yeah, he also said today that they believe they're coming to championship with him. And Joel Embiid also did those tweets like, "Come on, Philly fans, we gotta be better. You guys wanted me out of here too, and now I was like, whatever, MVP candidate, like." But that's y'all wasn't saying that. when was this? When the playoffs was finished?
Hold on.
Everybody threw him under the bus.
Don't get me wrong though. I know teams could be grimy, but like I've heard things about him. Like they say he don't work on his game. Like he just go back to the crib.
They say that he's very nurtured by his supporting cast. Everybody around him. They don't tell him what he's wrong on or to improve on. Like
so, like you don't know what side to believe. It's all he say, she say. Like.
I think it's, but even with that, there's some people whose talents are that far ahead that even if they're not putting it, like Andrew Wiggins, like he was still dropping 25 a game, and Jimmy was like, "Yo, this man Cat and him don't be doing no work."
I think it was more on the defensive side than the offensive side, but yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, but where do y'all have him going though? Like, where would y'all like to see him, or where do y'all think he's gonna go? What do you think's a good fit? Rob, you want to start?
For Ben Simmons. The cookie cutter, the overall favorite pick, I think gotta be Golden State right now.
Yo, that's a great one. That is a great one.
They've been linked to him. They have the pieces to move. They have Wiseman. They have a couple young assets.
Draymond has died him like.
Yeah, so
Draymond the trial.
Picking up Ben Simmons with the two shooters that they already have would be super.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna get super deep for all you simple-minded people. This ain't for y'all out there. So when they double Steph and Steph just dumps the ball off to Ben Simmons and Ben Simmons playing 4-on-3, that would be like the ideal situation for him, where he doesn't really have to like try to create something. You know what I mean? The advantage is already created for him. He could just attack, dime, like what Draymond used to do. But some of y'all don't get that, so it's cool. We can move on.
Yeah, him in the Draymond role would be kind of broken. But it's going to be hard to see that work with both of them on the floor. Maybe Draymond playing the center, Simmons at the 4.
No, I was under the assumption that they moved Draymond for him because Draymond is also under like a max deal, kind of $25 million a year.
I don't. Maybe.
I really don't know. Like, what is that trade gonna be? Like, are you gonna trade Wiggins? Like,
yeah, the trade Wiseman.
Trading like Kuminga and Moses Moody, but that's sad because
you could. I think you could trade Moody, Wiseman,
and Draymond.
Oh, I forgot about Wiseman completely. Yeah, never mind. They can actually make that move for sure. They should
actually, but Wiseman on the Sixers.
Yeah, that's grody. They don't want. It could be a 3-team trade though.
That would be kind of extensive.
A lot of teams need a guy like Wiseman. That's a beat.
But Draymond playing. Draymond is making 25, so like to get Ben Simmons with a crazy contract. Steph's already making like one of the tops in the league. I don't know how much Clay is getting, but I'm assuming he's getting the bag.
Yeah, he's getting a max.
Yeah, so I would assume they would move Draymond. Why would you have two maxes doing the same thing? Both of them offensive liabilities in the shooting aspect.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense moving Draymond, but at the same time, it's like, why would the 76ers want to do that?
Yeah, unless you end up in a
choices right now.
Unless you end up in a three-team situation, where would you really want?
I think it's gonna probably be a 3-team situation.
Who else?
Have another team coming in throwing good
if he goes to Golden State,
we could just, maybe even John Wall gets sent over to Philly. He's been in trade talks.
Yo,
Ew.
Nah. Kano, who do you have?
Sixers taking on Wiseman though, they'd probably trade John. Nah, I don't think they'd get him, but hey, it'd work low key if they wanted it to work because they needed like John Wall and Ben Simmons get paid around the same, like 40. Well, I think Ben's a little lower, but for me, I'm gonna have to go with honestly the Timberwolves. He's been linked there for a while. I think that they want him. They have a lot of assets. They're a deep team. They have the picks to make it happen, and they said that like Cat and Edwards are untradeable, and that D'Lo is highly unlikely to be traded, but. I mean, I assume they'd move D'Lo honestly for Ben. Like that's obviously a no-brainer to be honest, as far as like improving and making becoming like a playoff
think
team.
they'd be more interested in keeping that core three together. I don't know. There's no way you can't give up Edwards or
D'Lo. It would have to be one of the two. Cat is the only untouchable piece on the. You know what I mean? Like out the.
Yeah, I don't know what other pieces they really have to move. They have like Jarrett Culver. Do they even have Jarrett Culver? I think he might have been traded already.
Yeah.
I mean, we already watched his trade value.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard to find a deal, especially with how much they're asking for Simmons.
And how much he's making to kick that on your cap is like a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I think that D'Lo has to be like a no-brainer in that deal.
There's
always every team, low-key, they always got like those random.
Bro, you always hear like
one 15, team 20.
You always hear the one team that's not in the talk that ends up making a move. Like when we got Melo in 2013, it was the Nets and the Bulls in the talks for him, and we just pulled the trigger before them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we shouldn't have done that though. I still think.
That's the topic for another day, but yeah, we shouldn't have.
We'll get back. At this point, we realize, hey, wasting all our assets to get the guy we got next season
for free. I think
Melo with some help in New York would have been crazy.
Melo with Gallinari and Wilson Chandler would have been
He had help 1 year.
That would have been a squad. I think we could see the swap for him and Lillard because we've been hearing the talks. They want to split up the Portland backcourt. I'm not sure how keen Lillard. I mean, we're gonna touch on this later. I'm not sure.
I think in the case of Ben Simmons getting traded, I think it'd be more likely they trade McCollum than Lillard. But and just so
fit-wise,
I think this is more like a mid-season, like a couple weeks into the season kind of trade where you see CJ McCollum come out and he's gonna be balling just like he was last year before he getting injured.
Yeah, raise the stock up.
Yeah, we'll get his stock up, and then maybe Ben Simmons is just sitting out games, not playing, and they're forced to pull the trigger.
But the reason why I brought Portland into it is because, I mean, they both make a decent amount of money, like max, you know what I mean? CJ and Dame. So it would be a no-brainer. The only thing I say, like, CJ is more capable of playing off of the ball. Like, a big part of Dame's threat is from the minute he brings the ball up the court, he's a threat from, like, the half-court line. But if you have Ben Simmons running the show, that's, like, a non-factor. So I don't know if he'll be willing to play off ball in Portland, too. Like, you know what I mean? It's all case by case on how they use them.
I mean, I think Simmons will be playing off ball more than Lillard if they play together. Like Simmons is not no dominant force at point guard. He could have been. He still could be, but is he right now?
Who knows, bro? Because when he goes over there, like the spacing could be different.
He's not aggressive enough to just try to
That's
like.
That's a mentality thing, bro. Like when LeBron James, like against the Mavs that series, like averaged 18, it was because he wasn't aggressive. It's not because he was getting clamped down. He still shot like 47%.
But don't get me wrong.
And I think that Ben Simmons has shown the flashes when Joel Embiid has been hurt. He's had some
plays great. That's what I'm saying. When he gets over there and there's nobody.
I think depending on the team, we can get it like a 20 points per game. Ben Simmons.
I don't know how true that is, being because Embiid doesn't even camp down in the post. Embiid has had to.
I don't agree with that statement as far as it being the spacing. I think it has to probably be like more so of like the offense.
Embiid is one of the top 3 shooting bigs in the league right now, so that's an ideal fit.
I don't think Joel Embiid's a good shooter, to be honest.
Me neither.
I think he's top 3.
I think he's too streaky to be considered a good shooter.
He shoots like 33, 35% on like
7. How many 7-footers? How many
7-footers? Yes, but that doesn't make you a good shooter.
Like Kelly Olynyk, Porzingis,
they have to guard him.
Like
Jokic shoot better than him.
Cat shoots 40. He's the best.
Mitch in like 6 years, maybe. We don't know.
Yo, Mitch in the off season.
I'll give you Cat and Jokic.
Mitch in the off seasons.
Yeah, facts. But
nigga, Anthony Davis shoots more threes than him, bro.
He shoots better from 3. Yeah.
No, he doesn't shoot.
He shoots better. He doesn't shoot more.
Better.
He doesn't take as many, but he shoots better.
Like he shooting like
off.
Joel Embiid's all set and shooter badge, Hall of Fame.
You guys just don't like the form, but that shit is cash.
Well,
I don't care about the form.
All right, let's stay on topic.
Let's move topics now.
Right.
Stay on with the. Let's go to
the trades. Yeah.
Damian Lillard. What trade destinations do you guys have for Dame? I'm gonna go with me. Let's start this off. I think the New York Knicks would be a match made in heaven. I think that he would feed off of the energy in the Madison Square Garden more so than Kemba. It'd be a damn shame to trade Kemba after we just got him
without like playing much.
To be honest,
not giving it a run.
You gotta go. We gotta send it. Send Knox. I don't want to send Mitch, but I don't.
If you're getting a top, if you're getting one of the top guys in the league, you kind of have to pull the trigger, right?
I think obviously Damian Lillard and RJ Barrett and
a lot of
Julius Randle is a real contender.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just gave you my pick on where I think Lillard's going to go to be honest. Lillard playing with Embiid in the pick and roll is kind of crazy.
Contender. That would be a real contender. Them
and they still have Tobias Harris. Yeah, gets busy. Seth Curry keeps the defense honest. You can't help over him. Like, they will be a squad. Their defense, their defensive prowess would go down a lot though, because you would put Dame and Seth in the backcourt together.
Yeah, replacing a defensive player,
a top 2 defender, like
a defensive player of the year candidate for Damian can't guard
1 through 5.
Most point guards in the NBA.
But offensively, bro, that you could put them down for like 115 a night easy with that squad.
That's scary offense.
So I mean, yeah, it's like a no-brainer. If they could work out the salaries and probably like, I guess, ego, because you don't know how it's gonna be.
Playing in the Olympics, Dame was like, I love having a big man that can do all these things. Like, I love playing with like good players. Like, he wants, like, that's always what happens when all the players from small market teams and like non-playoff teams go play the Olympics with other good talent. They realize they don't gotta shoot 40 shots a night.
And they look more, like, they look better. They look happier. They more efficient. They don't be forcing shit. But I mean, that's just how the game goes. One of y'all didn't give y'all a pick. I forgot who, but
it was me. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say the Knicks, but Kevin stole my pick.
I was gonna say the Warriors, but he stole my pick last time, so I had to run it back. It's cool, bro. It's sports.
But yeah, I'm just gonna stick to big market teams. I could see Lillard. He only wants to get requested to a big market team. He's trying to get his bread up after playing.
And he's not going to go into a tanking situation too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's not going to go into a shitty situation. So I'm just going to have a generic Clippers pick here.
You know, that's really, I swear to God, that came to my mind when you said big market.
Yeah, because they're one of the big market teams left. Unless you're swapping Westbrook for Lillard, there's no way he gets on the Lakers.
Also, we seen how good point guard play helped them. Like last year, Reggie Jackson was killing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe they pull a PG.
They were like a healthy Kawhi away from making the finals.
But yeah, I could definitely see the Clippers pulling the trigger on them.
That would be a great team to watch too. The bigs are kind of lackluster.
Bro, that'd be an amazing team to watch.
I was hoping Kawhi and Lillard would come to the Knicks, but
don't even get me started.
Kawhi staying out there.
If you think about the amount of dream teams that I've had over the years on who we could have had, like it's ridiculous. Like we were supposed to have Zion, KD, and Kyrie one year.
Let's not get into this.
Yeah, bro, y'all gonna make me sad and shit. Come on, just keep it moving.
All right, so let's start with the segment: buy, sell, hold. All right, guys. So each of us are gonna give our own 3 players who we believe are season long. Buy them low, sell them high. And these guys, they're hooping, and you might want to keep them. Hold. So, all right, who wants to go first?
I got you.
Back. Let's hear it, B.
Okay. So my guy is AJ Brown. I'm buying AJ Brown if I'm one of y'all right now. I have him on the squad. I have him on the squad. Don't get it twisted. But if I'm one of y'all, I'm buying right now. Unless you're in my league, then
So sell him.
Don't call me. Don't call me. Please don't call me.
I don't want him.
So in the first 2 games, he put up
a guy
combined. In the first 2 games combined, he put up 7 catches for only under 100 yards. He was in the 90s, I believe.
Really hooping.
But he is coming off an ankle injury. Like he almost didn't play last game.
Team Julio wide receiver 1. Let's go.
He almost didn't play last game. Like if you watch the game,
that's Julio's team.
I believe he had like 3 or 4 drops. Like
Julio dropped the touchdown last week, or he got called back last week.
He was dropping catchable passes. So like he's getting open.
Yeah, AJ Brown, what's going on? He's nervous, or they're playing alongside his favorite receiver ever. It's like when AD started playing with LeBron. Like, this man playing with Julio. He can't believe it.
They can't give the ball to Derrick Henry every play.
I really like the fact this is like an era where like young kids who get to still play with people they grew up watching.
Yeah, right. Like some of these superhumans.
They're like fanboys and stuff. I love it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm buying
and Luka and LeBron. Luka's like, yo, I needed him to sign him like we first played him.
Yeah, but like AJ Brown's first week's numbers could be his first 2 week numbers could be like, oh, he has that kind of potential. He has the speed. That could be like a weekly number for him. You know what I mean? Like his first 2 combined could be his normal weekly. He hasn't found the end zone much. I don't think he found the end zone yet.
I think that's underselling him.
Yeah. So he's definitely like a great talent. He's playing with probably like one of the best receivers in the league and top 2 running backs in the league, like top 3 maybe. Like who do you cover there? If him and Tannehill could get that
first time, right?
If him and Tannehill could get that rapport,
right,
bro, we're good. We'll be all right. Don't call me if you're in my league though. Don't buy if you're in my league.
You're not doing a trade regardless. Yo, whatever happened with that trade that Adian sent you? You said you liked it. What was it?
Yo, do you want to hear the trade Kevin sent me on air?
Yeah, or it was Adian who sent you it. No. Send the one that Adian sent you. You say it was a good deal. Let's hear. I want to hear. Let the fans.
He never sent me. That wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
Yesterday?
Yes, it was. I sent you a trade, and then Adian sent you another deal. He's like, oh, this deal's a good one. He's like, oh, wait, Adian sent this. Remember?
No, I promise you that was not me, bro, because I was talking about it with you yesterday. That was not me.
All right, whatever.
All right, Rob, who you buying this week?
My buy for the week, somebody that's looking a little shaky, but I'm not gonna be phased by his start to the season. It's George Kittle, the tight end, another one of Bruins players too.
Yeah, you know what I mean, bro?
Relax.
I'm like fantasy pros out here. You should get that shit.
You're getting by on 90-point wins, but go off.
2-0, baby. 2-0. Y'all hear that? 2-0. Ryan, I'm coming for you.
What's it called? Yeah, George Kittle off to a rough start to the season. Had like I think 4 or 2 receptions last week for 14 yards. So I don't expect that to be the regular for him. He is a big yak guy, yards after the catch. Not the biggest tight end target. Not the biggest touchdown target for a tight end, but he'll give you the median amount on the season, 6 to 9 touchdowns. So I expect him to fall into the end zone eventually. The touchdowns are going to progress. Yeah. So
the team is injury ridden. Can I add something real quick though?
Yeah, and also I don't think Deebo Samuels is going to keep hogging all the targets. I think eventually some go to Kittle, and then Ayuk, once he gets healthy, he's going to get more involved.
Can I add something real quick? They play the Packers this week, whose defense look kind of lackluster. So if y'all buying, y'all got to buy before he go off.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. If he disappoints again, it's a little scary because Deebo more than likely is going to have to draw Jair Alexander, who is one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now.
Easily.
So, yeah, putting him on Deebo means it's going to be the Kittle show. So, if Kittle can't get going when he's the only guy left.
Then the last dance got a problem.
Yeah.
Keenan, who you got?
For my buy, I'm gonna go Antonio Gibson from the Washington football team.
He's scooping up for the super low right now.
A lot of people. Well, he had not really. He had a bad week too, but he had a good week 1. Or did you not know that?
It was an all right week 1.
How many points did he have, Bean? How many carries did he have week 1?
No idea. But I remember it was lackluster.
The volume is very high. Antonio Gibson, nobody needs to worry about him. He plays a part in the receiving game. He's a J.D. McKissick injury away from being a no-brainer top 8 guy. Like, this guy gets a lot of carries.
That's the only problem, J.D. McKissick.
J.D. McKissick takes. He had like J.D. McKissick.
I think he might take him out the top 10 on the season long.
But that puts him like 11 for 12 though. And honestly, they have a decent schedule the rest of the season. And Tyler Heineke looked very, very, very competent in that start.
He looks comfortable. He looks poised.
He looks poised, and they look like they're gonna be able to.
It's the Giants, bro.
It's a tough week. He's had a tough matchup, and he's got a tough matchup this week against the Bills. But that's still.
You may want to
after this game. He plays bad, buy low.
Yo, y'all may want to wait an extra week before y'all buy because I feel like the price is gonna dip. They play the Bills.
The price. He might not have a good game against the Bills.
Yeah, you
never know with Tyler Heineke, man. The Bills have been kind of weird, right?
The Bills have been kind of weird, but I mean,
we'll see.
They beat them Dolphins like 35-0 though.
I know. Yeah, but the Dolphins with Tua getting hurt or like, dude, come on. It's not like really good team. Come on.
Only 2 weeks in.
All right, so moving on to sell. Really, guys, so right now you got to get on that market and sell. And which of you guys want to start us first? Should I start? What do you guys want?
Yeah, you start this one. You went last, and I'll go next.
Well. Some people in here aren't going to love this one. I'm going to go sell on Tyler Lockett. Has a lot of people convinced that he's wide receiver 1 right now. And he's a borderline wide receiver 1, low-end wide receiver 1. But he's extremely reliant on yards after the catch, on huge plays that he makes, touchdowns and stuff like that. How many catches? He had like 4.
That's not true. He had a wide open touchdown for 20 yards, and Russell Wilson missed the throw.
That's fine. Either way,
he works on all 3 levels.
Okay, I'm still saying a humongous part of his game is yards after the catch. All right, relax. It's the breakaway speed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say yards.
Okay, the deep ball, whatever. Either way, if you've had Tyler Lockett if you looked at Tyler Lockett in fantasy, any of the last 4 seasons, it's very noticeable that he's a boom. He's always been a boom or bust guy, very inconsistent, week to week. Not a trust.
Also within since DK Metcalf has been drafted, Tyler Lockett on a per game basis has been a higher rated wide receiver than DK Metcalf.
DK was a rookie last season. Relax.
The thing with him,
DK was a sophomore last season.
All right, whatever. Okay, year 3, DK he's only getting better. Is he not? All right, either way.
The thing with Tyler,
so why does Tyler Lockett
because that's gonna mean that DK is gonna eat more. Relax. Tyler Lockett is a player that right now you should definitely sell him high. Get a guy that's gonna be a steady guy, a guy that's gonna get steady catches every single week, high target numbers, a player that you don't have to worry about.
I don't think you have to.
Because a guy like Rob, what's your record in the league with Tyler Lockett right now?
It's not because of Tyler Lockett.
All right, that's all I was just curious.
Real quick.
He has a bottom 6 rest of the season schedule.
What does that mean?
Bottom 6. He has a bottom 6. That means the 6th hardest schedule for wide receivers.
Real quick.
The rest of the season.
You touched on this.
I don't know if that's set in stone either.
He has big
injuries.
The thing with him, he has big play potential, but he also has
his value will never be higher than it is right now.
Like he just go like this. Like 1 week he hit you for 17, and the next week he hit you for 4.
I don't think you're getting top 5 value.
I mean, yes, what you're saying is correct. This is how it is with Tyler Lockett and how it's been for years.
That's what I'm saying. So if you don't mind
I don't think you're getting top 5 value regardless for Tyler Lockett right now.
You definitely probably could right now.
It depends on who you trade with.
Value for him right now, for sure.
If you can get top 5 value for Tyler Lockett, trade him.
We're not gonna stay in 1 week.
If you
all right, name like a floor receiver.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna leave it at this. If Tyler Lockett, if you can just hold him as your wide receiver 2, he's going to give you top 3, top 5 upside weeks and finish within the top 8 to 12 receivers. He's going to be a low tier wide receiver 1 rest of the season. So I don't see no problem with holding him.
It's September 22nd. We'll check back in with y'all at the end of the year to see if that.
He's out playing decaf by a lot right now.
Okay, who cares?
Y'all want to put some cheddar on it or something? Over under.
So Mike Williams is out playing Keenan Allen. Is he better than him? It's week 2. Relax.
Y'all want to put some cheese on that? Like.
No, I'm not gonna put any cheese on it because Tyler Lockett can still end up with like 1,100 yards and like 7-8 touchdowns. I said he was a low end wide receiver one. I said that. You can still get if you can get top 5 upside for him, you got to trade him. It's a sell. You're not gonna get a little higher value than this.
All right,
and you will get lower value than this next week probably.
Cool. Moving on. My sell for the week is Mike Evans. I know last week I came up on here and I said he's not done. He's not done. But I just think that team has too many pieces, bro. Like AB was like the featured player week 1. Week 2, he barely touched the rock. Like you just never know where you're gonna get it from on that team. So if you have the opportunity to sell him right now after the 2 touchdown performance, I would do it. He is a great goal line. He's a great goal line target, but he's splitting that with Gronk right now at the moment too. So it's like everything from his game is being somebody's taking a piece here. Godwin and AB's taking the yards. Gronk's taking the touchdowns. Like
Antonio Brown's actually going on COVID reserve this week.
Oh shit! I did not know that.
So yeah.
Okay, so you might want to hold one more week, but.
He's just, I guess by the end of the day, you really should sell him. He's touching on the line like in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's very
touchdown. He doesn't even have 100 yards yet. He has 99 yards.
It's difficult to say that he won't be able to replicate his touchdown number.
No, he will, but on a consistent. I mean,
to say he will.
I would be able to I'd put a bet he gets under 1,000 yards though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I mean, he's probably not going to return on ADP.
But like I said, after a 22, but like he said, after a 22-point performance, that's a sell.
I think he's gonna give you more performances like that. I think he's gonna have 100-yard performances, multi-touchdown performances on multiple occasions.
No, he's gonna have good games. He's not washed.
Yeah, but he's gonna finish outside the top 12.
It's almost the same thing with the Lockett.
He's probably outside the top 20.
It's almost the same thing with the Lockett conversation. It's like, he could be great one week. Next week he go back down to 15. You know what I mean? Next week he go back down to average, and he go be. You know what I mean? Like he's streaky. It happens.
We're
Rob. Let's see who your sell is. Let's hear this. You got Mr. Critic over here judging everybody on people that are literally high sells, and that's what the game is.
My sell is Devin Singletary. I think you gotta get him off your team while he still has the value he has. Zach Moss was a healthy scratch in week 1, and Zach Moss came back, looked very strong, had great goal line work.
They put him in when the game was done. Who cares?
Yeah, and
Singletary is looking good.
And Devin Singletary has looked good on a number of 2 runs. Every run in between has been pretty mediocre. He hasn't separated himself from Zach Moss as much as people thought he has. And he also has 3 fumbles. So this starting job might just be whoever can hold on to the ball and turn it over less. Zach Moss also better pass protector. So we can slowly see Singletary start losing snaps as the season goes on, and that's just going to hurt his value.
Unless he doesn't and he's still the RB1 and finishes top 20, which is possible.
But what's his touchdown upside? 3-5. I don't think he finished.
He already got 1. Relax, dude. I feel like
I'm saying like that's like 20% of his touchdowns on the year.
He's gonna get like 6 touchdowns this year.
Who y'all holding?
7 touchdowns.
I'm inclined to take the under.
He's gonna get 1,000 yards.
Who y'all holding on to?
On purpose.
Rob, who you holding on to this week?
Forever.
All right. I was bashing him because Kevin was talking about Tyler Lockett, but I wouldn't panic on DK Metcalf. I would definitely hold on to him. You're not gonna get the draft day capital you spent on him at this point of the season.
He was a hot pick,
and better days are ahead with DK Metcalf. He's gonna give you solid performances. The numbers that Tyler Lockett put up last week 1, DK Metcalf could easily replicate that next week.
Speed kills, bro. That's just how the game works. Speed kills.
Yeah, it literally just takes 1 or 2 catches, and these receivers go from mediocre days to.
It take 150-yard bomb with like a botch coverage. He just got to turn around.
Yeah, and these are the receivers you want on your team. Don't get it twisted. We're arguing,
but these are the top tier guys.
the high caliber boomer bust, where more often they boom and can win you weeks. These are the guys you want on your teams. They will win you games and championships single-handedly. The running back too is the most replaceable position in fantasy football.
I guess I'll go next for the hold. I'm holding Saquon Barkley. He was drafted very high for most people. In our league, he went second, and he went fifth in our league.
Yeah, the guy said second.
Dude, if Saquon went second in any league in the planet, somebody's the biggest
That'd be a
in the world.
My bad, plays. But in the first 2 weeks, he's put up. He's only had 13 and 10 attempts respectfully each. And then he had 60 and 30 yards on each of those games. No, I don't know what the word is. Like when they say from right to left, respectively. I don't know what the word is. My English ain't for that. He hasn't found the end zone this season. He's averaging just under 4 yards, just under 3 yards per carry, I believe. But you're not gonna get top 5 numbers back, top 5 talent back from him. You might as well just hold him, see what he do.
I think it's like 3.7.
But if you can get it, top 5,
if you can get it, take it. But you're not gonna get it because he's shitting the sheets right now.
Some people like names. I feel like in our league, you can get top 5.
Some people do like names, yeah.
But I was not gonna trade him unless it's top 5 value.
He's not getting that.
Drafted him off the name.
Yeah, no, people draft.
Nah, because he's from the crib, big jersey, like Aaron and shit.
Saquon, yeah,
but I don't know.
I feel like Saquon kind of blows.
They do play in the NFC.
They're gonna be down a lot, so they're gonna be throwing. They're not gonna be rushing. They're gonna be down a lot.
They do play in the NFC East.
Sterling Shepard, that's a big boost.
Not the strongest conference. Like, yeah. All right, cool. They play like an easy conference, so like he could get it going. So you would be more beneficial holding and just seeing what he gives you rather than pissing him away for nothing and you getting $0 back worth on your first round pick. Like, might as well hold. Also, the Giants' offense is pretty lackluster. Besides Sterling Shepard, like Kanu said, so it's not like the box is probably going to be loaded a lot too. Kanu, who you holding on to?
Well, for me, I'm going to hold on to Brandon Cooks. A lot of people after week 1, I'm assuming he was drafted in almost every league, but if he wasn't drafted, people picked him up off the waiver wire. Yep. And after week 1 and week 2, he did not disappoint. Even when Taylor going down, he had a big touchdown with the backup. And he's a player he led week 2 out of all players with 48% of the snaps of the targets coming to him. He's their number one guy. Him and Sterling Shepard are another guy who are just eating up half of the targets right now. Their receivers, their quarterback's number one buddy. Having a guy like that on your bench or being a wide receiver 3 is not bad. This is definitely going to be, I don't know what, this is always the thing with Brandon Cooks. He's had 1,000 yards like 5 years straight, and he's always a low draft pick because of like lack of touchdowns or whatever, but he's all reliable. And I think that, holding him this season is going to be.
What did I say?
I put a lot of money against that 1,000 yards again.
Yo, what did I say less than 5 minutes ago, bro? Speed kills.
And he can catch in traffic. He has some great catching traffic.
You can't teach speed. Like, you just can't.
He's just good at football.
You got it or you don't, and he got it.
He got it. Yeah, he's like a true footballer. Like, he's switched. There's not a lot of receivers that you've seen do this and be this productive.
His route tree isn't as crazy.
And he's just putting on. It's beautiful.
He got them wheels, boy.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Y'all want to go to start bench cut?
Yeah. Let's move on.
How y'all feeling?
Yeah, you guys both said your holds?
Yeah. Mine was Saquon, and he had Metcalf.
All right. So start, bench, cut. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna list 3 guys, and then all 3 of us are gonna list the order in which we would
probably see them
start, bench, and cut those boys. All right. So we got 3 rounds. All right, 3 rounds. I'm gonna get it started. So the guys at home know what we're talking about. Start, bench, cut. Saquon Barkley against Atlanta. Antonio Gibson against the Bills. Clyde Hilaire. Dude, honestly, against the Chargers. I'm over Clyde. I've been over Clyde since I had him last year. Like week 3, I was over the guy. But honestly, after I say that, right?
Who wants to go first? Kano, you want to go first?
Yeah, let me just go ahead. My cut is gonna be Hilaire. Like honestly, I'm cutting Hilaire. I don't care if they're playing the Chargers. I don't care even if even if KC, the game script is probably gonna go.
Bro, but you gotta. That's what I'm saying. Off of the game
script is gonna go to KC. Probably blows them out.
But wait, hold on. Off of the game script alone, you could probably pencil in at least 10 points.
Why? He hasn't had 10 points this season, right?
He's gonna get it, bro.
I mean, I don't think so. I really don't believe. No. Okay, look. Here's the thing. That's a probability, but that is not. It's a not probable thing.
Oh, the Chargers suck though.
No, the Chargers are a very good team. They definitely are, and they've been underperforming. You have to recognize what they did last season under Herbert's rookie season, bro. Come on, they're a very good team. Like, and they last time they played the KC, they always fight. Didn't they beat KC last season?
I think we spoke about this last episode.
I think Hilaire should be. You got to cut him if he's your starting RB1 on your team right now. I know you feel something.
Oh, real quick.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Look,
you talked about something last week.
You watched the Ravens game, right?
Okay. Yes.
You always think that like Tyreek Hill's not gonna play well, like you know what I mean. Once you blow the top off of the defense, his touches like his
but I don't. I've never thought Tyreek Hill's gonna play bad.
He didn't play well.
Yeah, but that's not expected. He's the wide receiver 1. I was not expecting that he's gonna play bad and put up 4 points. But that's another guy. He's a boomer bust too. That's kind of like Tyler Lockett.
They have too many.
But he's just on a consistent.
But look, the main thing is that I could see that game against the Chargers being a close one where they both are throwing down touchdowns and be a shootout.
I got you. Yeah.
And I don't think that they're gonna be rushing that much. And even if they blow him out and they rush, he's just ineffective at rushing, man. He's just 3 and outs all day, man. When they be carries,
he's just a clock burner.
The ball some, but like honestly, it's not enough to make him a productive player because this is not great. Honestly, so that's my cut. And then for me, the guy that I'm a bench Gibson against the Bills. It's a tough matchup. I could see with the high volume, I could see him getting in there, getting a score.
You're starting Barkley?
And I'm gonna start Barkley. It's despicable. It sounds gross, but honestly, if he's not putting up points against this Falcons team this season, then you
hold on, Rob. Hold on.
Held him too long.
Yo, Rob, we know you like to be different.
If you didn't,
Rob, we know you like to be different.
Barkley is gonna get enough volume, and it's gonna be Falcons are one of the few teams that the
Giants could blow out,
so that he'll get carries, and that he'll get carries in the sense that they blow them out. So
facts. Yo, Rob, we know you like to be.
We know you, Barkley owner. You pray this week.
Arian. We know you like to be different, Rob. So let me
He's
get
gonna be on my sell list next week if he has a good game.
We know you like to be different, Rob. So let me get mine out first because mine is similar to Noon. So I'm starting Barkley.
You like to be different.
He said everything. He said everything you got to say about playing the Falcons. They could watch the Falcons. I wouldn't put it past the Giants to lose the game now because the Giants suck, but it's possible that they watch the Falcons. I'm gonna cut Gibson just because of the fact they play the Bills. The Bills, like, they had like a shaky week 1, but they shut out the Dolphins last week, 35-0.
I mean, the defense played good week 1.
That's what I'm saying. So Gibson might not play well. Oh no, yeah, you mean week 1? My bad. Yeah. And then by default, I'm gonna just bench Hilaire. I think Hilaire, just based off of the fact that he plays on KC and he's playing on one of the most high-powered offenses in the league, he's gonna get some touches. He's gonna get some production. So out the 3, I'm cutting Gibson over Hilaire. We're both starting Barkley, but.
I'm actually also starting Barkley. Surprise!
Damn, bro, you was just bashing us.
I knew he was. Shit. It's the best option, honestly.
He's talking shit.
It's the only option. It's the only option.
It's scary. That's what does that say about the other 2 options? It's like, ooh, you got to start Barkley.
Bad matchup and a bad player.
Yeah, good matchup. Bad knee, but yeah. So Barkley is gonna be the start for all the points you guys have already touched on. It's going to be good game script. I think he's talented enough to destroy this Atlanta team. Yeah, yada, yada, yada.
If they up early and they just feeding him the rock.
Yeah. But he might get pulled from the game too if that's the case. But
yeah,
Let's hope not.
They could not risk him getting hurt at all. Actually, now that I think about it.
But yeah, I'm gonna follow Bean on this. I'm gonna bench
Fantasy pros. Fantasy pros. Well,
I'm gonna bench CEH just off the upside that he is on the Chiefs. They are a high-powered offense. Maybe they actually get him involved in the receiving game for once. But
a low blow, Kevin.
It's not a confident bench. That's why it's not this is not apples and oranges here. This is pretty gross waters when you talk about Antonio Gibson as well. Yeah, up against the Bills this week. The Bills defense has looked pretty solid through the first 2 weeks. So I expect this Washington team with their injuries, with Heineke, you could say what you want. I don't think he's ready for this Bills defense. And yeah, that's my 3.
Not like we're not dumb guys. We all have like a similar mindset with the shit.
No, there's 3 options.
There's a one right option and
like
2 medium options. But there's one right option.
Go ahead. Let's see what you got.
Well, I already gave mine.
Let's go me then.
You gave yours already.
No, we gotta go to the next one. I thought you were gonna start off with the second. All right, so
he said, "Let's go me."
Second list: Allen Robinson against the Browns, Deebo Samuel against the Green Bay Packers, and we got my boy Mclaurin against the Giants. Man, so I really like these. I like these 3. I think that this is a 3 where they're pretty good balance right there, and I think we might be different. We probably won't be though. Any of you who wants to start?
Rob, you want to take this one?
You said you were starting, but I'll start.
Oh, yeah, you said, let's go me then.
Yeah, right. But this one's a tough. This is a pretty tough list, but I think I'm gonna have to start.
Okay, no, they play the Bills. You said the Giants, the Washington football team.
Oops.
Yeah, so just see how I know they play the Bills.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to start Deebo here, just out of fear of the other 2, Allen Robinson looking shaky, Justin Fields quarterbacking for the first time. It's gonna be interesting to watch, but from a fantasy owner perspective, you're pretty scared of what's transpired here in Chicago so far, but. Yeah, I'm hoping they could disguise Deebo, get him in the slot, give him a couple of rushing attempts, try to utilize him to his fullest potential against this Green Bay secondary that's pretty strong. I hope Jair Alexander doesn't just follow him all game because he can just take Deebo out. And for my bench, I'm going to go Allen Robinson over Mclaurin just because McLaurin's going to see Tre'Davious White here in week 1. Allen Robinson, I'm hoping him and Justin Fields could get into the end zone. Allen Robinson ended up dropping one of Fields' passes, so one of his touchdown passes. So that was 6 points he left off of fantasy owners' boards. So
okay,
I'm going to reconcile.
I'm gonna kind of flip flop on yours. So I'm a bench. I'm sorry. I'm a start. Shit, can you come back to me? I just fucked.
Alrighty. Yes, no problemo.
I planned it out in the head, and it just
going to me.
Didn't work.
I'm gonna start Mclaurin against the Bills. I just believe that the volume, the percentage of snaps, the targets to go to him is very high. He's looking a little bit, and I think that the Bills game is a game that they could be down and they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, honestly. So I can see him being very productive and getting, a score for sure and having at least 100. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can see it also being like a drag out game.
Yeah, it could, but yeah, it can go that way too.
14.
But hey, if it's a shootout, and it's highly likely it's a shootout, McLaurin's gonna have himself a nice load game. And
those offense
my bench is gonna be. You said what?
The Bills' offense does not look too good.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But they put up 35 last week, and I think they're gonna come more into their zone.
That was on the heels of their defense too. So Miami's offense is just so terrible.
With you.
Okay. Wait, it's not your turn though. I'm still.
No. I know. I'm agreeing with y'all.
No, so then I'm gonna go start. You start McLaurin, and then I'm gonna go benching. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna go benching Allen Robinson. Honestly, I think Deebo Samuel is gonna have Jair Alexander on him heavy, and I think that's a game that Green Bay. It could go either way with that game, so I really don't know. So I'm gonna end up cutting Deebo, but right now I'm gonna bench Allen Robinson. I think Justin Fields is gonna have a very surprising game. I think he might even keep it interesting, and also at the same time, I can definitely see them getting absolutely obliterated by the Browns. Rookie quarterback, I can see a fumble, a couple picks, all of that. But at the end of the day, I can see them having to just throw, not giving David Montgomery a carry type game second half, and Allen Robinson could, reel in a couple of long plays. So I'm going to bench him. And Deebo Samuel, it wouldn't surprise me. Deebo Samuel, even against Jair Alexander, has a couple big plays. Deebo is like that. But this week, I'm going to cut him. I think Alexander's that guy. So.
All right, yeah. So I'm kind of with you on that. With Jair, I just feel like, especially like now that the San Francisco run game just took like a big hit or whatever. And Green Bay's looking at, like, as you said last week, the last dance. I think Jair Alexander is going to follow Deebo Samuel all game. Like, I don't think he's just going to play, like, the right side or left side of the field. I think he's going to, like, shadow. So I'm going to bench Deebo Samuel. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut Mclaurin just based off of the fact he plays the Bills. The Bills are coming off a shutout. I don't know how much I trust Heineke versus the Bills. Like, I just don't know. You know what I mean? It's too early to tell for me. And by default, I'm gonna start Allen Robinson. I think both Browns games were shootouts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I feel like if there was a game where points had to be scored, it would be for Allen Robinson and the Bears versus the Browns rather than the other two games. The other two games are could be more drawn out games. Well, and just matchups like in the secondary.
Just pre-saying this, I'm gonna say that the Bills game has more scoring than the Browns one. I'm just gonna put that out there. Just
more even scoring or just one team scoring? Because like the Bills
could. No, you said. I said game.
I don't know. I think it's a close one.
I think the final score.
I think the Packers Niners probably have the highest.
Versus them? Yeah, no. I was comparing the two. No, exactly. I really don't think these other ones are low-scoring matchups. I think all three have potential to be like shootouts.
Oh no, I don't think the Bills game is going to be a shootout.
I mean, they Bills threw 35 last week, and then Heineke threw up 30 with Washington.
I'm saying a lot of the 35 was predicated on their defense.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, Robert, fantasy pros, bro.
I understand that. So, but dude, did you watch the AFC at all? One game last year? Did you watch the Bills at all last season?
I live in New York, bro. I watch Jets games. I watch Jets games.
Oh, so you didn't watch the Bills games at all? Oh, but the Jets played the Bills 2 times a year. You didn't see what the things Josh Allen did to y'all last year?
That's not
like Josh Allen has not played like Josh Allen. Josh Allen,
yeah,
the Bills
he hasn't.
McLaurin isn't getting the ball thrown to him by Josh Allen, bro. What do you not understand?
You said that the Bills are not like that, and I'm saying that they are like that.
I never said that, bro. I just said their defense is like
the defense was why they scored last week. I'm saying either way, I still think this nigga scored.
He said that. I did not say that.
All right, whatever. All right, we're gonna go back to the clip, and I'm gonna chop up when he says something negative about the Bills.
Do that.
Right here. Ready? Wait. All right. We're back. Because I don't like he definitely did.
All right.
The last
trio.
Yep. You want me to?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Nah, this is like a hard one for me because it's home team. You know what I mean? Like you never go against home team. He was hurt. I'm talking about DeAndre Swift for y'all who don't know, but he was hurt last week, and he is splitting carries. That would be like a main reason I don't start him.
Wait, but you should tell the fans the 3
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, that's me.
The 3 players.
So the Cardinals play the Cardinals. We're doing Chase Edmonds, DeAndre Swift, and what's it? Elijah Mitchell. I forgot his first name. Okay, So, just off a matchup, I'm gonna start Chase Edmonds. They play the Jags. The Jags are the Jags. Like, I don't really got to tell you how much there. Kyler Murray's looking like he's in prime form, MVP form. DeAndre Hopkins takes a lot of attention from the defense. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on there.
Rondale Moore. Sheesh. That offense is looking scary.
They looking like they could come out the NFC. I wholeheartedly believe that. Yeah, I heard it here first. Sportaches.
I believe that too, for sure.
With the way Murray's playing.
I said week 1 that Murray's looking like he could win an MVP this year.
That wasn't that outlandish of a statement.
Yeah. I'm gonna bench DeAndre Swift. Just one because he's home team. You know, I can't cut my guy. But also, they play the Ravens. The Ravens defense isn't the best. And
a little injured.
Yeah, a little is a little understated.
The team is injured, but the defense is a little healthier than the offense.
Yeah. Also though, like those still check down passes, giving DeAndre Swift the ball in space, like he can make something out of nothing. He's shifty. He's agile. So like, if you have to bet, he's not a bad guy to bet on. Plus, he's from the Lions. You know, we coming back. We gonna finish 15-2. Just wait on it. And then
I'm taking that clip. And
I'm not. Yeah, stop.
We're gonna put that at the end of the season.
That's the pride, bro. That's the pride. Y'all don't understand it, bro. Y'all some bandwagon.
We're gonna be 15-2, and then it's
who's
like,
your favorite team? Who's your favorite team right now, bro? I didn't catch that one.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Hey, Chiefs fan. You hear that? He wasn't a Chiefs fan 3 years ago. You're a DK Chiefs fan.
We want me to be a Panthers fan, whatever. They're 2-0. I don't care.
And then by default, I'm gonna cut Elijah Mitchell.
I don't want to even be a Panthers fan again.
I just based off of the first 2 I gave you. Plus, I just don't know how well he's gonna play. So I wouldn't put my eggs in that basket and tell him to go get to the finish line.
All right, then. I'm gonna go ahead and take this over. For my start, I'm gonna have Elijah Mitchell.
Okay.
It's not the prettiest, but I think I like his usage more than Chase Edmonds. Also, Jeff Hasty is injured, so you could see more passing down work for Elijah Mitchell, especially if Trey Sermon doesn't get in the game with the concussion. Then that's a complete backfield takeover for Elijah Mitchell, which instantly propels him into the top 12 weekly contention if he's the only running back there. That's how serious the 49ers starting job is.
Yeah, their game script is run. And they blow out teams, so they have to run in the second half.
And this Green Bay
losing
defense,
Mostert was big too.
The Green Bay defense.
They always lose Mostert.
Of course, yeah. Other than Kenny Clark, though, this Green Bay defense looks horrendous. They have nobody to do anything. Well, Jair Alexander, but Kevin King hasn't looked that sharp either. So it's really looking like whoever's getting paid to call up these plays isn't going to be paid for much longer.
But I just don't know what he's going to give us, because Elijah Mitchell is hurt. He didn't practice today. Like he had a hurt shoulder.
He does have a hurt shoulder as well. So
that's what I'm saying. I just don't know how well he's going to be when he gets on the field. I think
just off the volume in the 49ers
it's Wednesday when we're recording this, by the way.
He gets cracked in the
out on people not practicing on Wednesdays.
He gets cracked in the shoulder one time and fumble, bro. That's -2 right there.
And out for the rest of the game, probably.
Yeah, more than likely. But for my bench, I'm gonna go Chase Edmonds. Just off the matchup, Jacksonville
and the crazy team he's on.
Jacksonville, that's a cakewalk.
That's the best versus the worst. Like
he's getting a decent amount of volume, but you're missing out on the touchdown upside that you really want if you're starting running back. He's getting enough volume to be relevant to stay in your flex spot, but you're not looking for Chase Edmonds to go off for 30 points and win you a week. He has a solid floor. He's like a rich man's James White.
Hold on, buddy. You gonna bench a lion? Are you gonna cut a lion, bro?
Yeah. And it hurts because I am a DeAndre Swift owner.
I am a Detroit Lions fan, just so y'all know.
But yeah, I'm gonna end up cutting DeAndre Swift. It's a little bit of a tough game script. They're going up against a run-heavy Baltimore team who I expect to have the ball majority of this game, keep the ball away from the line.
I just expect him to get touches off of pressure, a little dump off.
I mean, yeah, of course, he's gonna see. That's why this is a hard pick. It's not like a cookie cutter pick. It's not
like our first one.
Yeah, because DeAndre Swift is just overloading with he's overwhelmingly talented. Like the guy has a lot of talent in his bones. He makes plays whenever he has the balls. I said balls. Pause. Whenever he has the ball in his hands, he makes plays. He's been the majority owner of this running back committee. 65%, I think 63% for snap shares in week 1 and 2. So it's his job. But for season long, the outlook looks well. But in a tough matchup against the Ravens, whose run defense is still pretty, it's above mediocre.
Yeah, a lot of the hits, like they lost their secondary, they lost their best corner. I kind of exaggerated when I said they're hurt. I just wanted a good reason not to cut them.
Well, yeah. I've got enough reasons not to cut him. I'm starting Swift this week.
My man.
I'm just gonna say that honestly, and I'm a little skeptic of this, but I'm gonna go that in my head the game script's gonna go that the Ravens absolutely destroy the Lions. And
y'all better show some.
No, wait, let me finish. The Lions have played way better than I thought they would this season. Way.
Well, 0-2.
Thought they would. And honestly, like to the point where
this is the best 0-2 start you could have wished for.
15-2.
And this is the best 0 like ever. Like
15-2, we coming.
Like, and the funniest thing is, if you've had Lamar Jackson and the Ravens on your fantasy team in the past, the games that you think he's gonna go off on, he sometimes doesn't.
And then like last week when you think he's gonna lose,
the Ravens are unpredictable. That team's unpredictable, and if it goes how I think, and Ravens blow them out, there's gonna be a lot of passes for Swift. They love to get that man targets. He's gonna have another week of getting healthy. He didn't look bad last week. He jumped over a man last week. I thought you were hurt. He jumped over a man last week.
Yeah, and he's been doing all of this with a pulled groin.
Bro, with a groin injury, and he's out here like he jumped over me. Yo, insert clip right. We're back, and so I'm gonna start Swift, and Jamal Williams is not really a worry to me in the sense of the catches are going to this man Swift, and that's a big thing. And then I'm gonna bench. Edmonds because of the high floor, I guess. I think it's a high floor because, honestly, the Cardinals have put up a lot of points these last 2 weeks, and he's not really done anything. He threw up 12 and a 10.
Bro, it's the Jaguars, bro.
He threw up 12 and a 10. So is that if your team throws up 30 and that's kind of what you
got to throw the Jaguars into consideration.
Is scary, but also they're playing the Jags this week, so he's got to have a super high floor.
He's not gonna finish the season with 0 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I would hope not. But he's not getting the goal line ones. I know that. But and then I'm gonna cut Elijah Mitchell reluctantly. Honestly, I kind of still want to start bench Mitchell, but the volume is there. So many carries, and it's gonna be a shootout, and there's gonna be points out there. And
how much do they really run the ball, though? Would they really run the ball, especially if they're behind to the Packers? Honestly, the Green Bay Packers are a team that, the Sixers, I mean, not Sixers, the 49ers are a team kind of like they kind of like the Saints. Honestly, I would not be surprised if they do the Packers like that again. I don't think they would, but if they 30-something the Packers, it's going to be oh, well, we kind of could see that because the Packers, I definitely hear you. I was just making conversation. I say that's unlikely. That's 20% if that's what happens. It's possible. But either way, even in a regular shootout game, I think Mitchell can get into the end zone and he's going to get probably 100 yards.
Especially if he's giving you the receiving work too.
There's no other running backs.
It's invaluable.
It's too high production to not. He's not Mark Ingram getting 20-something carries on the Texans when they're not doing nothing with it. It's the 49ers. They move that ball.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I guess we got our picks. Yo, if
I gave that guy such a good talk and I cut him.
if any of this
Elijah
shit,
Mitchell, start him.
if any of this shit works out
Yeah,
for
you
y'all,
have him on your team.
and if y'all win bread from any of these picks,
okay.
these start sells, these start sits, these buy sell cuts, whatever y'all win bread on, y'all know where to find us. Y'all can break us off a little bit.
Yeah, message us on Twitter at Sportaches.
Yeah,
and we'll be sure to,
let us know if our picks is helping, if we suck, if we're terrible, if we're good. Just feedback. We got to know where to go to. Feel me? Is that it,
All
Kanu?
right.
And that's it. That's it from your host here at Sportaches, K-Noon, Smoking the Bean. Thank you guys. Stay healthy, stay blessed.
Yeah, look out for new episodes. We try to drop before the football week, so y'all get y'all picks, y'all plays, and y'all start sits, all that. IG and Twitter at Sportaches. Stay engaged, repost, all
Subscribe,
that.
leave a like, follow the pages.
Tell your friends to tell your friends, all that.
Stay up.
All right, fellas.
Peace.
Till next week.
Just